Supreme's Week 6 is bringing back the Muppets. Yeah! But that's secondary because this week Manny is going to finally get his Mac tool cart. Yeah! Welcome back, friends, to another edition of Fauntleroy's Finest, and today we're going to talk about Supreme's Week 6. They're bringing back the Muppets.
The question is, who cares?
We're finally going to get that Kermit jacket, and they're giving us an all-over fleece. Not a big fan of the estimated retails at this very moment, though. And then we're finally getting that postponed Mac tool cart, and the matches are going to come out this week as well. I'll be going over those items and everything else that's dropping this week, but before I do, I want to make sure that you guys have up-to-the-minute information on all things streetwear, and you can do that in the Fauntleroy's Finest Discord. We have Larry's streetwear calendar. Manny's giving you all the information on the shoes dropping throughout the month. We have a free Supreme restock monitor courtesy of the New Wave Lee. And maybe Re-Up23 and the ACO channel can help you cop some trophy rooms along with all the Supreme needs that you have this week. If you guys are looking to cop those trophy rooms, we'll be posting all the information gathered from the internet on the Discord. Make sure you join up. It is free. Link is in the description. And if you enjoy these videos, why don't you subscribe to the channel? I'm trying to hit that 4,000 subscriber mark, so just throw me a bone, okay? Alright, enough about all that. Let's get into the drop. First up, we have this Gore-Tex Sun Shield hat. Now, if you're not a milkmaid, I think you just need to skip this one. That's it. That's what I'm going to say about it. Next up, we have the pinstripe sweatshirt. I don't know what's worse, how they look or looking at the price of these things. $118 for sweatshorts. Supreme, you can eat a dick for that.
Language.
Next up, we have the plaid flannel shirt. Now, I am a fan of the plaid flannel shirts from Supreme. They're a little bit overpriced, obviously, but you usually end up with a decent shirt. I think these are decent colorways. Again, you can't really go wrong with these, but they are personals in my opinion, so there you go. Next up, the snake print chino pant. Now, I don't know if anyone actually asked for these. I don't know if anyone wanted these, but I do know that they are giving them to us. I'm not a fan of the snake skin chino. There's always a chance that pink can hit with patterns like these, but I don't know, it's pretty busy. You're definitely making a choice if you buy these and wear these, as well as the snake short sleeve tops. Again, maybe the pink one could be a little popular here. $148 is kind of hefty for these items. If you like them, go ahead and get them, but again, I say both of these are personals.
I'm a slither little snake snag.
Next up, the wash tag short sleeve top. Now, they usually make something like this once a year. I actually have one from a few seasons back. They're nice shirts, and it's actually a pretty good price for the premium tees at $54. That's basically like one of the crazy collab tee prices. I don't really see any resale on these, but they will make really good personals. Next up, the Black Cat mesh back 5-panel. I think this is a decent trucker hat, to be honest with you. The black one and that camo one really kind of pop out to me. To be honest, all the colors work for me on this hat. I do like the black and the camo best. Not really sure how good these will do on the resale market, though. They don't really have any branding on them. It's like Black Cat, which is sort of a rip-off of a firework company. I know they've used this image before. I have a t-shirt upstairs somewhere with that graphic on it. Feels like if you're picking something up, maybe you could throw a black or a camo in your cart, but I don't really have a lot of faith in these doing well in the aftermarket. Next up, the boucle small box sweater. I had to look up how to say boucle. I kind of wish they didn't make so many colors of this sweater. The small box logo sort of kills anything for a resale, in my opinion. But these sweaters will be really nice. The $148 price point isn't that bad, and it is made with a special type of cotton that they don't normally use, so you have that going for you. Next up, we have the pinstripe crew neck. I don't hate this one, but at the same time, there is no way that I think this is going to resell. This is a personal. If you like them, great, go ahead and grab it. That pink one could do something, but at the end of the day, crew necks really aren't doing that well. I don't really see much going on with these on the aftermarket. Oh yeah, I forgot, we have a Doc Marten collaboration too. Geez, this week. we have some Supreme Doc Marten 3-eye shoes. I mean, to be honest with you, they look like hobo shoes. Both of them look like somebody wore them around for a year and then decided to package them up and put Supreme on the side and then sell them to you. I'm not a fan of the roughed up clown shoe look that the brown one has.
It's a clown, man. People love clowns.
And the black one just looks like it's an old shoe. I say all that and they probably end up selling out on the website. I've never not seen a set of Doc Martens sell out fairly quickly, but I don't really see any resale in these regardless. Next up, everybody's favorite camp cap, the military camp cap. Now these generally do pretty good. If you're buying anything this week, you should go ahead and pick up a camp cap. Black, camo, olive, probably the best colors, but quite honestly I can get behind the orange and that light blue as well. These are pretty good colorways for this camp cap. All that said, they have been flooding the market with camp caps. I believe that we've seen one almost every week this season. At the end of the day, if you are buying something already, you can't really go wrong with a military camp cap. So again, what are we doing here? Just get it, alright? Next up, we have the hooded zip-up thermal. This is made out of like thermal underwear type of material. I really like this item with a price point of $128. However, the only thing that kills it is I don't really see any branding on it at all. If it had a nice big Supreme hit on the front or somewhere, even still that pink camo colorway might have some potential in really big sizes and possibly small. There's probably better things to gamble on this week. I don't love it, but again, maybe something to pay attention to, or just keep it in the back of your mind at least.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Next up, we have this halftone short sleeve top. Now, it's a cool shirt, sure. If it was a t-shirt, I'd say, yeah, go for it. But as a short sleeve top with an $88 price point, this thing's strictly a personal. I don't see any resale in these at all, so if you like them, get them again, but I'm going to move along. Next up, the Real Tree reversible work jacket. This is a quilted work jacket, and it's reversible. The one has black with orange tree on the other side, which is not good. And the other has white trees on one side with regular camo on the other side. I guess the regular camo version is the only one that I think looks decent. It's $248 as well. I don't really see these doing much of anything. They'll probably sit around for a good long time on the website. Probably would have liked to just seen a black colorway on one side and then the regular camo color on the other. That would probably have looked really good. But that's not what they did, so let's keep going. Next up, we have these spiderweb football jerseys. Now, yeah, it's got a good price point at $118. These are not my favorite jerseys that Supreme has ever made. I can't see a world where they don't sell out, though. I think the Timmy Army will be coming at these extra hard this week, especially since the price on that Muppet stuff is so high up there. I'm not really sure what to tell you on this one. Obviously, the really big sizes of jerseys usually do best, so XXL, XL are the ones you're going to want to go after. Probably XXL is really the only thing you're going to really want to go after for this one. The white and purple looks pretty good to me, but I guess I'd have to say the black one is probably the best one here. They do have New York Giants colorways for the one, so maybe there's that. But this really isn't my favorite jersey, so again, I would just say if you want to go for one, go for black XXL. That white purple one looks kind of cool, XXL, or just skip it like I'm gonna do.
I can't this year.
Let's just forget it.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the loose fit distressed selvage jeans. I'm so upset that these are $300. Honestly, if these were like low $200, I probably would buy them. I need a set of jeans, and I want some distressed jeans in my life, but whew, $300 is a lot. These are going to be really nice jeans, but they are going to sell out. Generally speaking, selvage jeans would be limited. I don't know what that means for Supreme, but I think the darker colorway has the potential to sell out, especially in the bigger sizes. Not quite as cool as those S logo jeans that we've seen in the past. Not a lot of branding, but these are going to be really nice jeans, and I do expect them to sell out. Not really sure that I can recommend these for reselling, but if you do get them, you're really going to like them. Next up, the Muppets fleece jacket. Everyone's favorite gang of puppets are showing up on this jacket, and from the looks of the price, they're all getting paid for it. The Animal gets $20, Kermit gets $20, Fozzie Bear $20, all of them. It's honestly the only way I can actually reason on how they came up with a $328 price point for a fleece. Holy crap, that's expensive. I still imagine that there's going to be some profit in this thing, but it's not going to be as much as it would have been if they priced it like a normal fleece. But it is a really cool piece. You have the whole gang on the fleece, front and back. It's a repeated pattern, but It's the whole gang. They even brought the chicken. I hate that they're taxing this one so much. I definitely would have gone after it if it was like a normal $250 or under price point, but this is a little bit too extreme for me, so I'll leave it to you guys.
That's rad.
Next up, we have the small box shop crew neck. This one is going to be in-store only, and the store will only have its specific sweater. So if you go to the Sunset location, it'll be the Los Angeles one. If you go to the Brooklyn location, it'll be the Brooklyn one, etc. Sometimes these can do well, but it's usually just people that are somewhere else that didn't have access to the store that you have access to. I think most crew necks nowadays are personals, though. These are no exception in my mind. Here we go, Manny's tool cart finally coming out, but it does have a $500 price point. That is a hefty price, but it is a hefty little utility cart. I'm sure you can put all kinds of things on there. Don't you dare put marijuana in there. I know what you were thinking. I see you. No drugs, just tools. But if you were to put drugs on it, you could put a lot of drugs in this cart. I don't really think there's going to be any resale in this thing, but it might be pretty limited. It has been postponed time and time again. So if you are like Manny and you do want to get this one, you might have to be pretty quick about it. Next up, we have the Supreme Diamond Matches. $8 for an item on the Supreme website. I think I'm in love. If I'm able to pick up anything I want this week, of course, matches are going in the cart as well. I'm sure the matches will stay around for a while, especially if they're $8 a pop. And if you get a bunch and hold on to them, maybe somebody will give you 20 bucks a box. You never know.
That's pretty good.
Next up, the Futura hooded sweatshirt. Now, this is a pretty cool hoodie. Everybody likes the Futura logo. Not something they haven't done before. Obviously, the black one is the safest of the bunch. If you were going to buy any of these, I'd probably be sticking to XXL, and they're most likely going to be a hold. Personally, I think the black and purple might be the best ones to go after. The orange one has a penitentiary kind of vibe, so whether that's good or bad, I don't know. That olive or charcoal colorway doesn't look too bad, but I don't know if I like that they went with black for the logo on that one. It doesn't really stick out as good. So at the end of the day, for me, I think there can be some potential in these hoodies. I would probably just stick to the biggest size, XXL. Maybe an XL in that purple still does okay. I think that's probably the colorway that'll go fastest. The more I look at it, the more I kind of like that orange one too. So probably XXL in anything other than the gray is a decent pickup, but again, gonna be a hold for you. Next up, we have the repeat leather belt. Now, I think we got some of these about a year ago, and if I remember correctly, the black ones did okay, but it was like right away, like early sales did okay, and then they kind of fell off a bit. It looks like resale on the older black repeat belts are around the $200 range. Every other colorway, basically retail. I do think that the camo might have a little more potential than any of those other colorways. Obviously, the black one probably has a little bit of profit in it. And then the camo one, they've never made that colorway before. So I think it would be between those two if you were having to buy this for resale. But if you're buying them for the personal, you know, whatever, go for it. And finally, the number one item, the Gore-Tex tape seam shell jacket. Obviously, everyone is looking at that one colorway, and it's purple. Look at that purple. Man, that's why it's the number one item, isn't it? Because of that color. I know it's all about the frog, and there he is, Kermit the Frog. It's literally this one colorway. The other colorways do not exist. Don't even bother. Those are just expensive Gore-Tex jackets. The front side has Kermit's log. The back side has Kermit on his log playing the old banjo. He's probably letting you guys know how it's not easy being green.
I'm green. It'll do fine. It's beautiful. And I think it's what I want to be.
Now the price point says here $398 plus. I don't like that. Hopefully it's not plus. $400 is a hefty amount to spend on a jacket. I would have liked this one to be the price of the fleece, quite honestly, but it's not. I still think that there is some potential in this one. I do think XL, XXL, probably the way to go. XL might be the best size of the bunch, because I do think this is going to be something that people are going to want to wear around. That Kermit the Frog jacket is going to sell out like that, so it's an item if you want to grab it and you need to have it, you should hit up the ACO channel in the Discord right now. You need to get in Re-Up23's ear immediately, and hopefully you need a size medium, because it's going to be hard to grab anything else. Or we can just give you the black one. I'm sure that one's just as cool, right?
It's not funny.
Alright guys, there you go, week 6 of Supreme. We've got the Muppets, and they are so flippin' expensive, man. What the flip? I just want a Kermit jacket for under $400. Is that really asking for so much?
Money, please!
Did those price points turn you off? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to go after anything? What do you think has the best resale value of this week? Even though I don't really like them, it could be those jerseys, maybe those Futura hoodies in big sizes. Probably not the belt. Yeah, I know. It's probably going to be Kermit. Thank you guys for watching, and if this video didn't give you the fill of Fauntleroy that you need in your life today, well, then you should check out these videos right here.